You're listening to Grow with No Code. I'm your host, Dami, and we'll be discussing commerce trends, movers and shakers in the industry, and how you can maximize every opportunity. Every now and then, we'll have a guest on the show to give us their takes on the ever-expanding space, make predictions, and hopefully drop some helpful tips. Today, we're discussing the death of traditional retail. Was this inevitable, or is this a hangover from the pandemic? Well, let's explore. 2020 was an incredibly tough year for the world, for healthcare systems, supply chains, and businesses worldwide. It was an especially tough year for the brick and mortar stores. Forced to close for the best part of the pandemic, businesses were forced to adapt. Mom and pop stores really took a hit, and many businesses didn't survive the year. Some stores opted to bolster their online presence and add in no contact or delivery services. Primark reportedly lost out on $1 billion in sales while they were closed. They chose to stay offline and hoped that their sales would revive when they reopened. Luxury brands like Chanel also chose to stay offline, but for a completely different reason. Chanel was more interested in preserving the unique experience their customers have when they shop in store. For Chanel, the service element is everything. Gen Zs will soon have the most buying power and will shape the changes to the retail industry. Chinese markets are leading on luxury spending globally, spending $130 billion per year, 35% of their total spend. With events like Singles Day, the Chinese retail industry reels it in. Influencers showcase and directly sell products to viewers and followers. Upmesh, the world's first live selling system, launches its live streaming shopping app for Instagram Live merchants. And with both TikTok and YouTube hosting their own live streaming shopping events, this space can only expand. And the range of products offered will certainly give consumers a lot more choice. Consumers aren't afraid to vote with their feet though. 32% of them in the US changed their retailer when a selected product was unavailable. 39% changed the brand or product, while only 13% waited and 16% did not buy anything at all. If brand loyalty is no longer a given, what can brands do to keep their customers engaged? What does the consumer need, and how have their needs changed? Consumers value brands that show good and do good. A little authenticity can go a long way. Brand advocacy and building community might be the best way to go. Build a community of fans and get them to sell for you. It's one of the best ways to create social proof. We can't really discuss retail without mentioning the everything store, e-commerce giant Amazon. Able to get you almost anything you want, sometimes by the next day. Amazon has ventured further and further into the brick and mortar space, but in their own way. And it's not the only one. E-commerce giant Alibaba continues to open Hema stores. With an all-in-one shopping, restaurant and distribution model, brick and mortar is never going to be the same. Cashless retail, mobile payments and innovation. In a store in China, a customer can expect to eat at the restaurant, browse the seafood on the way out, and even get it cooked by the staff in-store for a tasty takeaway treat. The role of the sales assistant has definitely changed and will continue to change. We've all seen the retail staff on social media platforms doing trending dances and encouraging customers to engage with them. It might not even be a leap to suggest that the new sales assistant may become a micro-influencer. Retailtainment may become the norm. When I say retailtainment, I mean richer in-store experiences like performances, live music, treasure hunts, art installations, and streamed shopping. So did traditional retail die? Well, to quote Mark Twain, the reports of my death are greatly exaggerated. But I will let you be the judge. 61% of shoppers would rather buy from a brand that has a physical location than with brands that are only online. Though around 78% of consumers prefer to shop in-store, physical stores still reel in 95% of total retail sales. Research by the NRF and IBM found that 98% of Gen Z consumers said that they make purchases in physical stores some or most of the time. Local searches are surging. Google found that queries with local intent, e.g. shoe stores near me, increased more than 6 times over the past few years. Just 7% of consumers say that online is the only way they shop. But let's be honest, the shopping malls have been in decline for a while. Even when the stores close, the land and the real estate will remain. Perhaps they'll repurpose the space as new affordable housing. To stay ahead and maintain their profits, retailers like Macy's of New York sell ad space in their emails, on their website and even place sponsored ads in store, while US stores like Kohl's and Michael's allow their customers to return product bought from Amazon in store, increasing footfall and encouraging the customers to browse whenever they come in. And maybe this is the way to go. Rather than fighting digital innovation, why not try to live alongside it? So what's your verdict? Did traditional retail die? Let us know what you think. Thanks for listening to Grow No Code. Tune in next time to hear about commerce at Christmas.